this Bible. I don't see nowhere it says when we're going to stand and demand our gold back. You can't use they spoiled the Egyptians because that prophecy, or that scripture rather, was talking about actual ancient Egypt. Just continue to read the whole story.
His explanation is the Exodus now is going to be the same as it was when Moses, at the time of Moses. But it's a whole. I'm not going to say a different circumstance. But if you read the scriptures, you seek out the book of the Lord and read, you'll understand that this is a different captivity, a different salvation. This is the salvation of all salvation.
A different Exodus.
At Jeremiah 16.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to be a different Exodus.
I got a precept for that real quick. Micah 4 and 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered.
There shall thou be delivered in Babylon. Not we will deliver ourselves.
Right.
It says, there shalt thou be delivered. Now, it just so happens that there was a man that lived whose name, one amongst many, but a man who was set up to be the head of Israel, whose name means just that. He will deliver. So why the hell are you going off on this crazy ass idea, this plan, to hop on Boeing 666 and fly across the Atlantic?
And who said that's our money? What did the Lord say about Caesar's money?
Yeah, but
render unto Caesar what is Caesar. Right. That's his gold. That's his silver.
Yep.
That's his. You know what I want from the so-called white man? I want his life.
Right.
I want his life. I want rulership.
That's right.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be walking around flipping gold coins.
Yeah.
Still having to deal with the so-called white man. It's still pedophiles walking around. It's still bullshit walking around. Right. But I'm sitting in the castle on top of the hill. I want that. I want all of that wiped out.
Yeah.
I want a whole new kingdom. There, the Lord, and the Lord, it says the Lord in all caps, there Yahweh shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
There the Most High, through his Son, is going to redeem us from all our enemies. So how could, well again, you want to go off and start this movement to deliver yourself, but the foundation which you claim to base yourself off of doesn't teach that. So anybody looking, if you just do some critical thinking and say, wait a minute, it don't say that anywhere. Oh man, that movement's off. That's just that, it's a movement. This ain't a movement, this is the truth.
Right.
So you can have your little movement. And it's clear that you're just going smooth off. You're doing any and everything you can to be against the elders. Against Yahweh Shemiah Shai, but his men on earth, right. the apostles.
That whole thing, this whole summit, we're not going to mince words, you know exactly what we're talking about. This whole Israelite conference or Israelite summit, the whole thing, the whole time, you're just sitting there bashing.
Yeah.
Bashing. You're going to say you weren't, but all you got to do is watch the videos. Just bashing.
Throwing shade.
Throwing little sneaky uppercuts.
Yeah.
We see all that.
Yep.
The Lord didn't say, gather yourselves unto the summit and bash the other prophets.
Once again, that's what I was reading in Isaiah, that they take counsel, but not of the Most High.
But not of the Most High.
You know?
So when you do that, I see you with your yarmulke. You free to stop and listen.
What are you doing?
We'll address you in just 1 second. Come on this side if you don't mind. We see what y'all doing. I'm just a little bit away from the camera. We get anxious when people be standing next to the camera. We see what y'all doing. But the prophets, our eyes are just right on you. And we're going to continue to preach. And we're going to bring it out about what y'all doing. Because you're sitting up here calling us rapists. You're sitting up here calling us pedophiles.
Yeah.
Knowing good and well that that's not true. Knowing good and well that that's not true. And I wanted to get to Deuteronomy 22. Okay. If somebody had it. But
I had it.
I didn't bring no scriptures out that y'all got.
You know you had some.
Well, I had a quick one. This is Job 32, and I'll start at 8. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding.
The inspiration of the Almighty giveth that understanding. Not our own hearts, not us being afraid to lose the ties that we get, not us being afraid to lose all our Facebook friends,
Right.
not us being afraid to lose all our women. We understand that all of that is nothing. Everything that you have now is nothing as compared to what the Lord promised you. If you do His will, He promised us all those things and more.
Right.
Try to find a virgin on this side. Try it. Just try it.
Look.
That woman that you hold so close to, is she a virgin? Now I'm not saying leave your woman, but this side everything is polluted. This side everything is just tormented. It's not right. All that we have is this word. That's the beauty. That's the life that we have. That's what we have to keep going. My kids, that's not why I keep going. This truth is why I keep going. And y'all are gonna say, oh, they don't care about their kids. If you come to our households, you'll see that we take care of our house.
Yeah.
We see you, we take care of our business. That's what the scriptures say.
And I just got done telling brothers about my own child this week. You know?
We just don't put it in the forefront because
Exactly.
it don't matter.
Right. That's right.
We not on Facebook hugged up with our sweetie pie.
Yeah,
like the dudes from is it World Star? We hugged up with our cinnamon apple.
Because it don't matter.
Because it don't matter.
The world doesn't need to know all that.
Right?
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, great men are not always wise, neither do the age understand judgment.
Great men, just because you've been in the truth for 75 years doesn't mean that you know what you're talking about.
Right.
Just because you've been in the truth, you know, when Malcolm X died, it doesn't mean that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, one of them old, I was there first, nigga. We don't care if you were there first. Where were you at 10 years ago?
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
What have you done for the Most High lately?
What have you done?
Yeah, exactly,
That's what
that's
the
right.
Most High is saying. What have you done for me lately?
That's right.
Right?
At the end of the day, the Most High is looking at all you old sarcophagus that have been, some of you have been in cryostasis for the past 15, 20 years. Others have been mummified. Now you've resurrected yourselves and came together.
Yeah.
And the Most High is just looking at it and saying, well, what have you done for me lately?
Right.
And if I can say this, now y'all even more bugged out than you were before. Not only are y'all coming back all dressed up and trying to look thorough with your garments and stuff, but y'all coming back with some type of curse on you. With one glove, trying to look like Michael Jackson and shit. Like, what the fuck?
There's something wrong with that hand.
You know,
There's something wrong with that hand.
So y'all
doing weird I mean, like, you guys are just doing weird shit every time, man. Y'all pop back up in the picture, something wrong, you got glasses on. You damn sure y'all never want to take your glasses off, man.
Yeah, it always got thick.
Either you're blind or something wrong.
That's right. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Your doctrine is wrong.
Yep. Right.
Your doctrine is wrong. You call it the summit, and this is they standing up there with a gold garment on. This is to unify the brotherhood.
Yeah.
But that same situation to unify the brotherhood, you got one man, one speaker comes up there talking. That's the same thing we were saying earlier. He comes up there talking about Ahaya. The next man comes up there talking about Yahweh. Another man comes up there. He's talking about we got to go to the Capitol and demand our gold and silver for our exodus. Another man just talking about we got to wait on the Lord.
And then
How is that unity?
And then there's one man scheming on all their wives.
Right?
And then it's like, you guys are so, like the Most High said, man, my people is foolish. Because y'all haven't learned throughout history none of that shit works.
Right.
What are you going to go up in there and demand? How are you going to demand it? this is not a religion. And in the eyes of these devils, they're going to say, is this a religion? Are you going to go up there and tell them this is not a religion, it's our national? Like, you're going to make this big argument, and the people are just going to look at you like you're crazy. You're not going to get nowhere. You're going to do, you're going to do 10 times worse than what anybody has ever done. Y'all haven't learned that you haven't gotten far with Farrakhan doing the Million Man March.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, you haven't gotten any goddamn where with Martin Luther King, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackass, all these cats off in the background.
But you know what? But the Lord said it. The Lord said, basically, all these half-baked, harebrained schemes that you keep coming up with, it's not working. Why don't you just stick to what I gave you and follow these law, statutes, commandments? How about that? How about
Or
you do that?
you can keep teaching that dumbass doctrine, and we gonna tear your ass up in the spirit every chance we get.
Every time.
You can do what this brother recommended, or you can do what I recommended. You're gonna do one of them. The Lord is gonna put the spirit on you, and it's going to come out. You cannot hide it.
What makes you think in this day and time they're not going to call you a terrorist?
Right.
Yeah, I guess you guys must have forgot about Project Megiddo.
And what the Lord, Yahweh told us that they were gonna hate him first. We complaining about us being hated. The Lord said, don't worry about it. They hated me first. And look what they did to Yahweh.
Yep.
Those same men at the summit,
That's right.
they gathered together to come up with a doctrine to come against Yahweh, to take him down. Because they wanted to continue with the racket. They wanted to continue with the racket of selling the turtle doves in the temples, right?
That's right.
See, the Lord, Yahweh was teaching, look, that's done away with. I'm that sacrifice. Believe on me.
That's right.
But they sit up there looking like, well, hold on. If he's salvation, then we're going to lose all this money on this turtle dove factory that we got around the back.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right? So we losing out on a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right.
So hold on, we gotta go talk to Herod. I'm trying to get some bread, man. Right?
That's right.
It's the same thing going on now. They coming up with different ways and schemes to get Yahweh off the corner.
Yep.
Right? One of them is saying, don't listen to them. They're rapists. They're pedophiles. They want to rape your babies.
Yeah.
And they're real keen on using babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like Esau
right.
does, to put that image in your mind.
Yep.
And what they're saying is just, it's so crazy, right? It's so crazy. It's so far off. They want to rape your babies, right? Now, all we do, y'all talk about the law. That's what the apostles GMS, that's why they brought it out. And we gonna hit it real quick. I don't want to cut nobody's scriptures
No,
off.
go ahead.
Deuteronomy 22, and just start at verse 22.
Let's start at verse 22. All right.
And I wanted to bring this out, especially because this is one of the major things. If you're in the truth, this is you. It's one of them times where you got to pick a side, right? You got to show that you down for Yahweh. Even when the word is going just completely against what this society teaches, you still got to stand strong and teach it, and not care what these people think.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
God, this is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22.
Can't see it that well.
If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband, then they shall both of them die.
That's easy. If a man be found lying with the woman, read it from the top.
Con. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband,
That's easy. That's adultery.
Yeah.
That's easy. Go ahead.
then they shall both of them die, both the man that lay with the woman and the woman.
And the woman because she was married.
Yeah.
Right? So just that in and of itself, that's cutting. I think a GOCC doctrine right there. They talking about a man can't have more than one wife. That cuts it right there. That's easy understanding. Right?
That's right.
The only reason the man died is because he slept with a woman that has a man. Right? The reason the woman died was because she slept with anybody other than her husband.
That's right.
The implication, you know what, we're going to keep going. Go ahead.
Con. so shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
Right? Because that's a disgusting, vile act. Sleeping with you, if you're a woman and you got a husband, sleep with another man, and then just taking your ass home and jumping in the bed with him. That's vile. That's disgusting. That's filthy. And I'm glad that the Lord set up that as a punishment unto death. Because that's a disgusting act.
Let me read this real quick, just a quick precept. It says, Exodus 20 and 14, thou shalt not commit adultery. That's what that is talking about. That's talking about right there.
Close it up.
That's adultery.
Go ahead, huh?
God. Verse 23, if a damsel that is a virgin betrothed unto a husband.
What does that word betrothed mean? What does that word betrothed?
Engaged.
Espoused to a husband. Espoused to a husband. And this time, you know, you kind of want to use words like dating, but we all know in this time, if you dating, y'all are smashing. Right?
That's right.
Even the word courting, you want to try to use the word courting, but in this time, you smash. It's a man that's it's a woman that is promised to another man. Although they have not slept together, she is promised to another man.
That's
right.
That's right.
She's spoken for. Leave her alone. That's easy.
Let me read this real quick. This is betrothed, the verb to betroth. It says, from the 14th century, the etymology is Middle English, to promise to marry or to give in marriage.
Easy.
So you're spoken for.
You're spoken for.
Or like people saying they're engaged.
Engaged.
That's
But
right.
you know, you want to use words like that, but when you say engaged, like the average person on this side, outside of the truth, they hear engaged, and
You can play around.
still fucking.
Yeah.
Right? Who you know? Wait until they marry. Right? It's you read the news, they in the 2nd grade. Little girls getting caught sucking dick in the closet. You can be upset at me for saying it like that.
It happened.
But why not be upset at the fact that it's happening?
It is,
Right? I'm speaking plainly so you understand it plainly. Not to disgust you. My words shouldn't disgust you. The act of somebody doing it should disgust you.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's right.
Go ahead, Doc.
And the man find her in the city and lie with her. Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones.
We need to judge this matter because we can't have this in Israel. The Lord set up laws, statutes, and commandments, and the brother brought out one of the laws, statutes, and commandments. I believe it's 6 commandments.
I think that was the 6th and the 7th.
6 commandment, if I'm wrong. Correct me in the comment. Go ahead.
That they die, the damsel, because she cried not, being in the city.
And she didn't cry, but if she didn't cry out, if she didn't scream, if she didn't run or do her best, and even afterwards, go and tell somebody that she didn't mind it happening. Unlike now, with this date rape stuff, she, you know, the girl, that night, the girl's totally down, right? But when, you know, Paul George says, you know, I ain't fucking with you. That was when I'm in Denver, I'm fucking with you. When I'm not in Denver, I don't know you. She wants to get mad and say you, I'll say you raped me. Now, I'm not saying that happened to Paul George, but that's what they do to celebrities.
Yeah, that's true.
Some of them fall for it and they go ahead and pay out a little blackmail money because they don't feel like dealing with it. But that's a scheme of women. But to avoid all that, the Lord set up laws, statutes, and commandments. It's 3 weeks later. Now you talking about you got raped? No.
Not when you were on your back and blown out and you was enjoying it.
No. Why is it 6 months down the line? Now all of a sudden you crying and you crying and you got raped and you got the dress that you got raped in saved in a bag in your closet. What kind of madness is that?
Perfect condition.
Right? But I'm sorry, I mean jump back on the
You gotta paint the picture, man.
And the man, because he hath humbled his neighbor's wife.
Oh man, what does that word humble mean? What does that word humble mean? He hath humbled his neighbor's wife. What does that word humble mean?
That word.
Go in the blue letter. Okay, well you got it. Either one of y'all.
Yeah. That word humble in a concordance It's H6031. And
H, H for Hebrew. The Hebrew lexicon, and then what's the number?
6031.
6031. You got a concordance at home, you can go straight there from what the brother said. Go ahead.
That Hebrew word is ainah.
Ainah.
Ainah. And it means to deal hardly with, defile, exercise.